Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and this is my audience. All right. Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and for my speech, I'm going to be giving feedback to Maggie's previous speech. To summarize, her main points are social and cultural context, institutional and situational context, and cognitive and interpersonal context. She explained in the beginning of her speech what context is, which is pretty great. Her first main point is cultural context. This is influenced by meaning. An example of this would be phones. Phones have different purposes for different contexts, such as a farmer would use a phone differently than an office manager would. Maggie's second point is institutional and situational context, which defines what communication is, what communication means. And an example of this would be teachers and students. A teacher would say class dismissed, and that would have a meaning to it. But if a student said class dismissed, it wouldn't have any sort of meaning attached to it. Maggie's third point is the cognitive side of context, which is when a shared background is between two people, such as an inside joke or a meme, which only those two people understand. Maggie's conclusion ties everything up really nicely. She also gave more examples for each of the previous points, which I thought was great because it expanded on the idea of each point better. She leaves off on a good note at the end of her speech, which is context is key. Her speech altogether is great. But there is some work that is needed when filming the speech. The speech starts off with a greeting, then followed by giving the audience something to think about. She had visual representations within her speech, within each point of her speech, which me as an audience member, it really helped me to understand what it is that she was trying to convey to me. There were special effects that she added in that sort of malfunctioned as she was proceeding in her speech. It caused glitches, and it caused me as an audience member some confusion. I was also very confused by certain inflections that she had when delivering her speech, which I've also had issues with in my speech. Some advice when you make mistakes in a speech, just like I did right now, is don't cringe at the mistake. Just step back and have a calm and confident appearance while collecting your thoughts and delivering your speech. In my own experience, understanding in your mind what it is that you're talking about really helps you to sound more confident so that you're not relying too heavily on your notes. I noticed that Maggie also connected with her audience through the examples that she gave, which I thought was great. It's very important to do that when speaking to people. I think Maggie did pretty well, and I thought it was very informative when I was watching her speech. I got a lot out of her speech, and I learned a lot about what she was talking about. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then?
You were under 4 minutes that time.